Hello, Taurus, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So, Taurus, today we're going to see what you could possibly anticipate and or expect within the next 48 hours. So, let's get started. For Taurus, Sun, Rising, and Venus. All right, Taurus. So, we do have one card out here. Yeah, you know what? Virgo actually got this card as well. We have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. This is interesting, though, because the bottom of the deck, we do have true love as well. I feel like this is one person's energy. It kind of feels like the Eight of Swords, to be completely honest. Could be dealing with a Gemini possibly, or you might just have that within your chart. I feel like somebody's blind to how much someone that they currently find themselves connecting with truly loves them. I feel like someone's blind to that. I specifically want to say that somebody is very blind to how much this person that they currently find themselves connecting with loves them and cares about them and values them and cherishes them. Somebody's very blind to that. And I feel like it's because they have already convinced themselves that that is not the case. Okay. So this could be you in this situation, Taurus. Maybe you're extremely convinced that the person that you're connecting with doesn't really love you, doesn't really care about you, isn't really serious about you, even though that is far from the actual truth here. And it could have a lot to do with the fact that you've already convinced yourself that that is just not the case to the point where you now believe it. Now, keep in mind, this could represent somebody that you're currently connecting with. Maybe they're going through this within this dynamic that they share with you, you know? So just keep that in mind. But let's look a little bit more into this and see what else we can get here and what you could possibly anticipate and or expect the next 48 hours after watching this video. For Taurus, Sun, Rising, and Venus. What can my Taurus anticipate and or expect within the next 48 hours after watching this video? We have the King of Cups. We got the Seven of Cups. We also have the Six of Swords. And then we also have the Seven of Pentacles. For some of you, you could be connecting with a water sign strongly. So a Cancer, Scorpio, maybe even a Pisces or an air sign. So we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius out here, as well as Earth, Taurus, Virgo, as well as Capricorn energy. I feel like this is the person that's in love. I feel like this is the person that currently finds themselves connecting with someone that they would literally do anything for. And with the Seven of Cups coming out here, I feel like this person has definitely proven their love to whoever it is that they currently find themselves connecting with. But that's the thing, is that the person that they find themselves connecting with, this person harnesses Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords like energy. It's like this person's very blind to how much this person really does love them and really does care about them and really does cherish them. And it's mainly because they've convinced themselves that this person that they're currently, finding themselves connecting with doesn't love them, doesn't really care about them, even though that's very far from the truth. I mean, look at this girl. She's like literally covering her eyes. Like, she just does not see what she has right in front of her, which is somebody who loves them, somebody who cares about them, somebody who would literally do anything for them and has already done a lot of things for them to, prove their love to this individual, is basically what I'm getting. Now, this person doesn't have to be a female. I'm just saying that it is a female because, I mean, it looks like a female. The person in the Nine of Swords looks like a female, but, this person doesn't have to be a female. Tell me more about this Nine of Swords energy. Okay. We have the Page of Wands, we got the Four of Swords, and then we also have the Two of Pentacles. But what causes this person to even fall into this energy? Because that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because I feel like there's times where this particular person that has convinced themselves that the person that they're currently with doesn't love them, doesn't really care about them. Like, I feel like they have moments. I almost want to call it just that. I feel like they have moments where they can see, like, wow, this person really does love me. And wow, like, this person really does care about me. And oh my gosh, like, look, they did this for me. And oh my gosh, look, they did that for me. And whoa, like, wasn't expecting that, wasn't anticipating that. And it's like, I feel like they have moments where they can clearly see the person that's standing right in front of them really does love them and really does care about them. But I feel like it's just moments that they tend to have, until they're right back to like thinking whatever it is that they're thinking, or feeling whatever it is that they're feeling, or convincing themselves of whatever it is that they're convincing themselves, which is basically, a lie, to be completely honest. They're convincing themselves of a bunch of lies. They're convincing themselves that the person that they're with doesn't love them, doesn't care about them, isn't serious about them. I mean, I feel like the list goes on and on, to be honest, but I feel like this person has moments. I can't emphasize that enough. Like, I feel like this person has moments where they can clearly see how much this person really does love them and how much this person really does care about them. But it's like, you know, it's like they blink and then the next thing you know, they're right back to like, oh, I just don't think this person loves me. Oh, I just think that this person doesn't care about me. Okay, tell me more about this King of Cups energy. Wow. You know, this is one of those readings where I wish I had the power and the ability to help this person, you know, see themselves through this individual's eyes. Only then will I feel like this person would like fully understand and see how much this person really does love them and cares about them, because I feel like they only have moments where they tend to see how much this person really does love them and cares about them. But then it's like the next thing you know, it's like they're right back to like thinking whatever it is that they're thinking and feeling whatever it is that they're feeling. Like this King of Cups looks at this like Queen of Pentacles like, oh my God, oh my God. You know what I mean? Like, you're perfect for me. Like, oh my God. Like, you're everything that I've ever wanted within a person and then some. Like, oh my God. Like, they're infatuated by this Queen of Pentacles. They were blown away by this Queen of Pentacles. They are in love with this Queen of Pentacles. It's like all this human being sees is this Queen of Pentacles. But it's interesting because I feel like this Queen of Pentacles is like, no, that's not true. That's not true. No, that's not true. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. But it is, though. That's my thing. It totally is. It totally fucking is. Okay. Got it. Tell me more about this Nine of Swords energy. Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles. We got the Wheel of Fortune. We also have the Empress, and then we have the Fool out here. You know, I feel like this King of Cups is in this Queen of Pentacles' life for a variety of different reasons, to be honest. I feel like this Queen of Pentacles, just start off with the fact that this Queen of Pentacles is not used to people like this. They're not used to people who treat them with respect. They're not used to people, you know, who are willing to do anything for them. Like, all of this is very foreign, I would say, to this Queen of Pentacles in particular. They're receiving a treatment from someone that they've never honestly received from anybody else that they've ever dealt with in the past. So all of this is very foreign to them. All of this is very, very new to them, is what I'm gathering. So for one, you know, I feel like one of the reasons why, excuse me, one of the reasons why this person's in their life is to get this person to see that not all men are the same, not all women are the same. I feel like this Queen of Pentacles is so used to dealing with the complete opposite of this. Like, they're so used to dealing with men and or women that don't really love them, don't really care about them, and would never even go out their way to do anything nice for them. And the fact that they're dealing with somebody who is actually like this, who is willing to go out their way for them and do nice things for them, improve their love to them, improve their loyalty to them, all of this is very new to this Queen of Pentacles. So this relationship, for sure, it is going to take some getting used to, without a shadow of a doubt. But I feel like that's one of the reasons why this person's in this person's life, is to show this Queen of Pentacles not all men are the same and not all women are the same. I also feel like this person is in this feminine energy's life to help them see themselves accurately and clearly. You know, one of the reasons why this feminine energy is struggling with understanding, but why me? Because I am getting that. Why me? Like, why does this person love me? Why does this person care about me? Why is this person willing to do anything for me? It's just me. This feminine energy, they just don't see themselves the way that this King of Cups, for example, sees them, or the way everybody else around them sees them. You know, people really do look at this feminine energy as somebody who's basically the total package, somebody who possesses everything that anybody would truly want and desire within a person. The problem is that this feminine energy just can't see themselves the way I'm looking at them, the way this King of Cups is looking at them, and the way everybody else is looking at them, because everybody else around them looks at them like they're gold. The problem is that this feminine energy doesn't think that way about themselves. They just look at themselves like, oh, there's nothing special about me, when in all actuality, again, very far from the truth. And this does kind of have a lot to do with people that they dealt with in the past. A lot of people that they dealt with in the past has unfortunately caused this person to feel multiple, even several different occasions that they're not good enough. And, you know, I mean, I feel like the list goes on and on. And I feel like it got so bad to the point where they started to actually think this way about themselves and believe this about themselves, that they're not good enough, and, you know, that they're not all that in a bag of chips and things like that. I just feel like this feminine energy has dealt with a lot of insecure men or insecure women. And the reason why I say that is because insecure people love to make other people feel insecure, is basically where I'm getting at. I'm very convinced that this feminine energy has dealt with a lot of insecure men and or insecure women. It may not seem that way to this feminine energy, but that's definitely what I'm getting. Because insecure people like to make other people feel insecure. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm also getting that certain people along the way dealing with this feminine energy found themselves feeling very threatened and very insecure by this feminine energy. Because at the end of the day, right? Everybody can see this feminine energy's value and worth. They can clearly see that this feminine energy is somebody who does possess a lot that any man and or woman would want within a person. And I think that the people that this person has dealt with, um, they felt extremely threatened by that. I am definitely getting that. They felt extremely threatened by that. And because they felt extremely threatened by that, you know, they did everything in their power to convince this feminine energy that you're not good enough. You're not that attractive. You're undesirable. You're not good enough. Like the list goes on and on. But in all actuality, this was just people projecting how they felt about themselves onto this person, you know, in hopes that over time this person will start to think that about themselves and believe that about themselves. And to a degree, I do feel like it really did work. I do feel like it really did work. I do feel like, you know, these people that this feminine energy has unfortunately dealt with has caused this person to believe things about themselves that are not the truth. That are not the truth, you know? Um yeah, unfortunately. But I feel like that's another like reason why this masculine energy is in this feminine energy's life, is to get this feminine energy to see like their value, their worth, and how desirable they actually are, and how attractive they actually are, and how they are truly all that in a bag of chips. And I'm not saying all of this to, you know, make this feminine energy feel better. I mean, you could very well be this feminine energy and all this, or maybe your person is, regardless if this is you in this equation or if it's your person. I'm not saying all this to make you feel better, you know what I mean, about yourself. I'm not saying all this to make your person feel better about themselves. This is just the truth. Straight up, this is just the truth. This is just the truth. I'm not here to try to make anybody feel better or anything like that. I'm just speaking facts. Like, I'm just speaking facts. You know, the fact that this feminine energy is showing up as a Queen of Pentacles and an Empress, I mean, I'm sorry. Like, what's there not to love? Like, I would understand if this feminine energy felt this way about themselves and they were like, I don't know, like, you know, like a knight or like a Queen of Wands or something like that, then okay, that's a little bit more understandable. You know what I mean? Um, but when I look at this feminine energy, I'm just like, well, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of dumbfounded by it, because man, a Queen of Pentacles is somebody that you take home to meet mom and dad. A Queen of Pentacles is somebody that you go off and get married to and have a family with. Like, these are the type of people you do those stuff with. You know what I mean? You don't do that stuff with just anybody. You know what I mean? And it just, I don't know. I'm kind of dumbfounded by it because of the fact that they cannot see, they cannot see how much this person loves them, and they can't see, you know, how desirable they actually are in a lot of people's eyes. They just can't see their value, they just can't see their worth, they just can't see that they truly are, you know, someone that anybody would love to go off and build and establish a life with. They just, it's interesting that you know, they just can't see that within themselves. And if they can't even see, you know what I mean, like their own value, their own worth, and what they bring to the table, and how desirable they are, and how valuable they actually are, um it makes sense, right? As to why, you know, they look at this King of Cups like they have 10 heads. You know what I mean? It makes sense. You know, it makes sense why they sit there and question, like, if this person really does love them and cares about them. All of this stuff makes sense. Um, Like I said, I feel like this feminine energy is going through the things that they're going through because of what other people have put them through and what other people tried to convince this person of. You're not good enough, you're not attractive, you're not actually all that in a bag of chips, when in all actuality that's very far from the truth. These people were projecting their own shit onto this feminine energy in hopes that this feminine energy will eventually believe that about themselves, believe a lie at that. Um is basically what I'm getting. I just wish that this feminine energy can see themselves through this King of Cups' eyes, because then that's when I feel like they would understand. You know what I mean? Why this masculine energy is willing to do anything for them? Why this masculine energy loves them as much as they do? There's just so many fucking good qualities to this feminine energy. It's not even funny. You know, this feminine energy might be a single mom or a single dad. I am definitely getting that. And if that is the case, that this feminine energy is a single mom or a single dad, this masculine energy does look at this feminine energy as a really, really good mother or a really, really good father. They look at this feminine energy as somebody who will literally do anything for their child, anything for their children. Like, and that's another thing. Let's just be real today. Let's just be fucking real today. There's not a lot of, mothers out there and fathers out there that are willing to do anything for their children. Unfortunately, this is just the world that we live in. This feminine energy, yeah, it's not the case with them. They're willing to do any fucking thing for their child or anything for their children. They're a good mother, they're a good father. And not all parents out there can say that. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, you know what I mean? And that's just the world that we basically live in. You know what I mean? But I feel like this masculine energy can see, like, man, like, this woman's a good, mother to their children or their child, or this man's a really good, father to their child and or children. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, but there's unfortunately mothers out there and fathers out there that don't care about their kids, aren't willing to do, anything, you know what I mean, for their kids. And there's mothers and fathers out there that will literally dump their kids onto other people so they could go party and bullshit, you know what I mean? Like, this feminine energy, they're not like that. You know what I mean? This feminine energy literally puts their child and or children before themselves and will do any fucking thing. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, okay. What advice can you give me for this feminine energy? Wow. Okay. All right. I love that this freaking card came out. All right. Every time I get this freaking Ten of Swords energy, okay? Now, keep in mind, we have two Ten of Swords in this deck. We have the Ten of Swords that says everything is fine, which is this one. And then we have the Ten of Swords that literally says the Ten of Swords, okay? When I get this card, typically, we end up getting like the Nine of Swords or the Nine of Pentacles. And, the Nine of Swords can definitely represent, somebody extremely worried and concerned about something. In this case, it looks like this feminine energy is worried and concerned that they are dealing with the quote unquote enemy. Okay. Now, when I get this card, specifically this card, that's just Spirit's way of saying, whatever it is that you're worried and concerned about in regards to your current situation, or whatever it is that you're worried and concerned about is going to eventually happen, is not going to happen. It is not going to happen. It is not going to happen. Let's say, for example, this feminine energy is worried and concerned that this masculine energy is going to cheat on them one day. It ain't going to happen. Let's just say this, feminine energy is worried and concerned that this person is going to betray them one day. It ain't going to happen. Whatever it is that this feminine energy is worried and concerned about, Spirit wants them to know, hey, we get it. You're worried. You're concerned. But you don't really have anything to worry about like you think you do. In other words, so basically, rest assured that you have someone by your side that is very loyal, that is very trustworthy, that is very, very serious about you. I think that this feminine energy just needs to accept that they just need to accept the fact that they have a good man by their side or a good woman by their side. Because if they don't accept that, they're going to continue to find themselves in this mental rut that they've been in, constantly overthinking things, constantly questioning everything under the sun, constantly thinking, well, I just think this person's going to cheat on me, or I just think that this person's going to do this, and I just think this person's going to do that, when they're not here for all of that. They're not here for all of that. They're not here to play games. They're not here to waste their time, and they're not here to waste this feminine energy's time either. And I think this feminine energy just needs to accept that. They just need to accept that. I mean, I'm sorry, but I feel like this masculine energy has done a lot under the sun to prove their love to this Queen of Pentacles. And let's just be real. Let's just say you are this feminine energy. Are you honestly, like, let's just be for real. Let's just be honest. Let's just be fucking honest. Are you honestly going to go out of your way to prove to someone that you don't really love that you love them? Probably freaking not. You probably wouldn't even waste your time like that. Are you going to go above and beyond, to show or even prove to someone that you're loyal and that, you're serious about them, and, that you mean well, especially if you're not serious about that person? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. You will look at it, yeah, like, yeah, no, that's too much work. I'm not gonna do that. No, no. Nobody is gonna go out of their way to prove their love and or loyalty to someone that they have zero intentions of being with, or could care less about. Nobody's out here doing that stuff. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel like Spirit's trying to get this person to see. If this person really wasn't, serious about them, they wouldn't have done half of the stuff they've done for them. They just wouldn't have done it. They just wouldn't have done it. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's out here like going above and beyond, for people that they don't really have any sort of intentions of being with long term. That's a fucking waste of time. Ain't nobody got time for that. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what Spirit has been trying to get this person to see, is this person's actually very serious, and they're very invested. That's another thing. Like, spiritually, emotionally, hell, probably even financially. And I think that that's definitely the case, especially with that Seven of Pentacles energy. Like, this person's all in when it comes down to this feminine energy. And I think that, not only are they all in, they're here to stay. And I think that the quicker this feminine energy accepts that and embraces that, the better off they'll be mentally, spiritually, as well as emotionally. All right. So that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.